welcome back to Edunation Ecofunomics. I am Shreya Roy and I am presenting to you a requested video. Well, you know that in my entire life, I have always been a student. Shit, that's scary. Okay, moving on to the video, I have this Titsy Bitsy diary which I carry with myself everywhere I go. So it's a really small diary with a long bookmark. I don't know why. Okay, so I have written down all the points over here which you need to know, all the nicks and knacks which I follow for I don't know how many years. Yes, I wouldn't say that I'm a great student, but I'm definitely a motivated student. Let's get into the video. And please don't judge me if you don't study the way I do. Personally, these tips, they helped me a lot. First one, schedule the plan. What does that mean? Schedule the plan, it basically means, like for example, you have a semester of 6 months, okay? And now from the third month, you decide to prepare for your exam. So you have 3 months in your hand, like the third month, the fourth month, and the fifth month. You prepare your studies during that period of time, and in the last month, leave a proper designated time for revision. Because you know, even though you have studied everything, I mean it, even if you have studied everything, last moment revisions, they do help. Do assign a separate time allotment for your revisions. Also, this video is going to be a little long maybe, so grab a cup of coffee or tea or something and sit back, relax and listen to it. Now, the second point which I would say is time of study. So this is a total trial and error thing which you have been which you have been doing over the years, and you must have figured out that you know which time is appropriate for you to study. Like for me, I am an early person, so most of you do know that I'm an early person. I have been to school, like my school vehicle used to come to pick me up at 6 or 6:30. I went to a college which was from 6:10, and so it was like always an early thing for me. So I used to wake up, and I still wake up pretty early. I'll show you, I'll link somewhere and post a screenshot of my alarm somewhere here for you to see. Yes, I'm a pretty early person. So when the world sleeps, I feel I'm ahead of them. So you might feel the other way around. When the world is sleeping at night, you might feel the world is very calm and peaceful and you would want to study then. So figure out your proper appropriate time and then just get into it. Third point, study place. So I'm totally against this thing of, you know, sleeping on the bed, lying on the bed and having a very relaxed position for studies. No, I do not believe it. So in Jamshedpur, so I had this table, which was obviously a study table where I used to do my studies. So until 10th, 12th, I did my studies there. But you know, generally in the winters, my feet, they become really cold. So I'm not very, you know, I don't know, something is wrong with my speech today. My feet did turn really cold and I'm not able to concentrate properly. So yes, I do hop into my bed, but then even there in Jamshedpur, in Kolkata, 10th, 12th, bachelor's, master's, and even in my PhD, I do have a bed study table. So my bed study table is like a folding table which just folds, and I just keep it somewhere, you know, in some sleek space, and I just hide it from the world. But yes, I do have a bed study table. I do not believe in lying and not having a proper posture while studying. No. And also before, like during the summers, this is a portable table. It's not a portable table, it's a folding table. So when I drop this one down, so it becomes a table. If I can, I'll do and I'll show you, but I don't have the strength to open that now. Anyways, so do have a designated study table. Mostly in my PhD, I don't do my studies here, like here in this apartment. I have been assigned a cubicle at my workplace. So like every day, 8.5 hours, I am supposed to stay there. So yes, I'll show you my cubicle also. So that's where I do my studies. Fourthly, method of studies. Oh my god, that is such an important point. You know, अपने सारे इंद्रियों को एकत्रित करते हुए पढ़े. I hope I said that right. Okay, what I'm trying to say is like, you know, just casually reading is not enough. So what I do is touch the skin. So I write. While writing, I also say. So I'm using my other indriya, sense organ. Indriya means sense organ, if I'm pronouncing it that right. If I'm pronouncing it right. So, okay. So what do I do is like, I write, I say it out along with writing it down. So what does this do? So basically, I'm reading something, I'm using my eyes while I'm writing. So again, my brain is over there. While I'm speaking it out, reading it out loud, my ears are also hearing it. So basically, what am I doing? I'm using all my sense organs to focus in my studies. Skin, eyes, mouth, and what's the other sense organ? Okay, ears while I'm speaking it out, then I'm listening to it. And the last one is my nose. So obviously I can't do anything about my breathing thing. So that is obviously operative. Another thing is very important, which I do is I highlight a lot. I use a lot of colored pens. You know, colored pens are your biggest friends. Okay, I highlight a lot. I use a lot of colored pens and sticky notes. So, you know, many of you may prefer bookmarks, but I feel bookmarks are those fancy things for friction story books and those, you know, magic, the secret magic, and a bookmark coming out of it, or something like the book thief and a sleek bookmark peeking out of it. Those look like sophisticated, but if you're a student, those sophistication won't last you long, because uselessly you're just making your book heavy and thick. So use sticky notes. Sticky notes are very helpful. That is, what do I do? If I have a doubt, sticky note. And then over there, I just write down in this page number, this point is my doubt. Suppose that is important, I stick it on and I write important, so and so section, so and so subsection, and I keep in mind. So while before the exam, that is, I said the last moment of studies, you know, the ekdam last moment of studies. So you just go through your sticky note places, and obviously not through your doubts, through your important sections, and then you just grab an eye on it, just go through it. And the doubt section, why? Because many times it does happen. I mean, it's a common thing. Students do come up to me, is like, ma'am, kuch doubt tha par abhi yaad nahi aa raha. And I've done that too. I've gone up to my professor and I'm like, ma'am, I had a doubt, but I can't recall it right now. So that sticky note with the doubt written on it, forever it stays there. And those sticky notes obviously don't harm your assets, your books. So it's a good thing. Another thing which I do is time myself for every chapter. So for example, I know that right now it's 5:30, and by 10 o'clock I have to wrap up a chapter. Okay, so how do you do it? Suppose a chapter has 70 pages, and suppose you have I don't know, 3 hours to complete those 70. Okay, no, 5 hours to complete those 70 pages. What do you do? 70 70 divided by 5 into 60. 5 hours into 60 minutes. So that is the total number of minutes which you have as 70 pages. So you'll get a value which will tell you per page how much time you should invest. So what does it help? So I am not saying that, you know, you should do it the way I do it, but personally I do it, and I know how much page I should assign to a single page. If it's a theoretical page, I generally take lesser time, because it's just reading and casually things. But if it's a mathematical page, then I end up taking more time. And it's an approximation. At the end of the day, it's either you are crossing that time limit or you're not crossing that time limit. So it's a totally different thing, different case. Like, the approximation is never exact. I mean, approximation is never exact. Anyways, you get the point. So try that if that helps you. It does help me, because that helps you, that prevents you from procrastinating. If you know what's procrastinating, you're studying, all of a sudden you're lost, and you went so far away in your mind that it's very difficult to come back. So if you have that ticking clock in front of you and you're just, oh shit, I have to complete 3 pages by now, but I'm in my first page. So that creates the a push, a constant healthy push to complete the chapter in the given designated time. Okay. Next point is learn to reward yourself. I'll show you. This is really funny and this is really embarrassing, but I'll do it anyways. So I'll show you. I'll put a screenshot of my recent reward, which I've rewarded myself somewhere here. Okay, so learn to reward yourself. You must love to do something. Maybe some people tell me that I love watching Big Boss, so I don't believe in watching television, because YouTube is everything for me right now. YouTube, Netflix. So some people say that अगर मेरा पढ़ाई हो जाता है मैम, तभी हम देखते हैं Big Boss. Very good, बढ़िया बात है. So I reward myself in a different way. Like, I allow myself to eat something junk. Like, I allow myself that extra loaded cheese pizza, or like this, the Shein thing. I allow myself to shop. So yes, little things, little knickknacks, or maybe a day off. If you have done your studies really well, just allow yourself a day off. Things like those. Okay, the next important thing is, please don't multitask while you're studying. Come on. I mean, I am the queen of multitasking. I am the queen of multitasks. Task. Anyways, so I really multitask all the time, and I am proud of it. I am proud of it. Science do tell that multitasking at a young age is not healthy for your brain, but I am not young. Come on. So yes, so multitasking while studying is so inappropriate. Learn to multitask in the right time. So studies is a time when you should be into the studies totally. No idhar udhar. Totally padhai. So that's the key. So don't multitask. Distractions. So multitasking and distractions are overlapping. So multitasking and distractions, they overlap. So it's like, while studying, just don't use your phones. So for example, for me, I stay far from my family. So my mom, she tends to become, she becomes nervous if I don't answer the call. So like, before entering my studies, I drop her a text, WhatsApp her, Ma, I'm going to study, so I won't be available for so and so time. So she is relaxed. So inform your near and dear ones if you're in a situation like me, so that they are not scared, and just get into the your textbook. So this will do a thing that you'll know that for that duration people are not bothering you, or maybe drop a status that D&D for so and so time. And so people will know that you are into studies, so they won't text you, they won't call you, so they won't give you those, kya kar raha hai, PUBG khelega, so they won't do that if they are your good friends. Okay, minded. And if somebody is still doing that, then please avoid that person. That is not a healthy person, please. So avoid distractions. Yes. Next point is target. So target. What do I do? So if I need an 80%, I target myself for a 90%. So if you get 90, well and good, congratulations. But targeting 90 will most of the times, most of the times, that is how it works, will bring you to somewhere 80. So you put in that much of effort and the outcome is generally this much. Never the effort and the outcome equal. Nah, it never happens. So, you know what they say, that shoot for the moon and you'll land in some star. Is that what they say? Well, I'm not sure, because moon is closer to the earth and the stars are in the galaxy. I mean, they are far away from earth. Anyways, I don't know. Sometimes they just say giving an F to the science. Okay, next point is appealing visualization. So if you have that really decked up study place, if you have a really cool bookshelf, if you have really great stationaries, they motivate you to study. Seriously, they motivate you to study. Have those fancy, not fancy pens. I'm not saying that invest too much into your stationery. No, but then a little knickknacks is okay. So I have these bunch of pretty stationeries and they always are like, okay, fine, I need to use them. So how do you use them? You have to study to use them. So that's how it works. I don't know why this does not. Anyways. Last point, very important, drink a lot. I mean, not alcohol. Drink water. Keep yourself hydrated. So you might say ki that will, create a pressure on your bladder. Yeah, that's a good thing, because after every 30 minutes, you should take a break. You should take a break, because that will also that's healthy for your eyes as well. Constantly straining your eyes is not good. So take that break, but it should not be, like you stepped out of your study place to pee and then half an hour you're gone. No, you should not do that. So keep yourself hydrated, learn to take proper breaks. So how should your breaks be? So after 30 minutes, take a 3-minute break. Yeah, that's the maximum break you should allow yourself, or your brain gets distracted and it's very difficult to pull it back into place. So I hope the video was interesting. I hope you learned a lot of things, and now get into the vocabulary words. Thank you. Hey there, welcome back to Edunation Ecofunomics. I am Shreya Roy, your host for the series. We are presenting to you the vocabulary series, also the quiz riddle series, in collaboration with Gravitea. Currently, I am standing at Gravitea, as you can see the amazing background behind. Okay, so you must be aware that we are also being sponsored by Gravitea, who are sponsoring the 5 gift hampers for you lovely people out there. You haven't participated yet? Do participate. What are you waiting for? We have 5 giveaway hampers. Okay, entire detail of the quiz which is being organized shall be attached here down in the description box too. The playlist shall be created for you guys. You can watch every bit of it. Let's learn new words together, enhance the English vocabulary together. As we know, knowledge is the new currency. And the alphabet of the day is J. And I present to you juxtapose. Now, what does juxtapose mean? It means placing 2 items, 2 things side by side together. Okay? For example, I can place intelligent and a dull person together, light and dark together. Something like that. Like I can say the artist did an incredible job by placing. The artist did an incredible job by juxtaposing light and dark shades together. Okay. And did you ever hear about Japanese matcha? Well, it's a kind of tea, and it's a herb which is being imported from Japan. It's amazing, isn't it? Last episode, we asked you, who am I? I am made of water, but if you dip me in water, I'll die. Well, the answer was ice cube. Yes, if you dip the ice cube in water, it will die, melt away. Okay, so the riddle question for the day is, Complete the series. J, F, M, A, M, J. Then what? Complete the series. Write to us your answer at edunation2019@gmail.com or send us your answer, WhatsApp us your answer in this phone number. The phone number shall be attached in the description down below as well. And like, share, subscribe, share the happiness with your friends. I hope you people are enjoying the discounts, the flat vouchers here at Gravitea with your friends and family. Thank you. See you very soon.